Think you finna win a couple dots, keep losing. I need to predict that a nigga keep chewing. Eat into the morning, call it baby, she choosing. Eat it like it's ham, cause I know that she can do it. Got me on that bitch that I thought I wouldn't do. Cause I'm on another level, bitch, I'm geek. Count up your words and watch how you speak. Bring you some shit that niggas never pick. Scale every fabric on me, shit they cheap. Quit all that cat and shit while you lying. I heard you got cat drip the whole nine. Hey man, send the rest of them people.
Yo. Oh man. Y'all know I be in my thoughts, right? Regularly, so too. I know I be in my thoughts. I stay in my thoughts, bro. And a whole lot of this thinking happens when literally I'm at work. Cause like, yo, where else, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're at work, it's like nothing to do, but you know, dive into your own inner worlds, bro. Right? And then like whatever hits you, see whatever, you know, see where you can work with whatever hits you. Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's just like how I see it. And then reject whatever it is that you reject. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I feel like that's how I learn about things like intrusive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts that are not like, you know, by me, from me, initiated by my own just like nature, dog. You know what I'm saying? For a lack of a better expression. Yo, speaking of nature, you know what I'm saying? There's this concept of like someone's natural habitat. You know what I'm saying? Like your natural habitat, your the space that you just like are naturally yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where you can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Completely. You know, expressively, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Just like be understood and also understand you know, that space, that environment, the people involved. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is just like one. It flows like one thing. You know what I'm saying? It flows as one. Be like water. No. But you know, being in your natural habitat, bro, like the whole it's easy to be out of like it's easy to not obviously fully express yourself when you are in a space where you feel like it's not your natural or not even not your natural habitat, man. We're in an environment that just allows you to be yourself fully, right? You know what I'm saying? And you actually could realize growth in being yourself in an environment like that. I feel like once we realize things at that level, you realize an environment that has chosen you. You know what I'm saying? There's places where you just like are fully yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you being yourself, you're fully embraced, and by you being fully embraced, like some productive things can happen there. You know what I'm saying? Strong bonds can be established there that can just like alter the course of everybody's lives, literally. You know what I'm saying? Situations like this, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, yo, that's what I mean by you know, natural habitat or whatever like that. You know what I mean? And since that's the case, bro, like a whole lot of people who are in, you know, the job market, you feel what I'm saying? The job market is not everybody's natural habitat. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody's you know, place where they find the utmost vitality, bro. You know what I'm saying? Utmost creativity. Because I feel like at a place that at an environment that has chosen you, right? At an environment that you can naturally just express yourself fully, you know what I'm saying? You can become the most creative, right? You tap into the utmost parts of your creativity. Even it enables you to do that. The job market doesn't do that. We know that. 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? You come through, you clock, you do whatever you do for your boss, whatever, and then you go back home, bro. Like, for the most part, a whole bunch of 9 to 5 areas, they don't encourage people being, you know, creative themselves. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up with like new creative ways of maybe doing your job. I'm not saying every establishment is like that, but for the most part, a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? Alright, cool. So I'm realizing that while I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in my thought journey. My thought process is like, okay, cool. People are not in their natural forms, in their natural states at a 9 to 5 spot. I'm saying everything is just rigid. Everything is just structural, formal, da 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 da, and that's not like natural, like in terms of your own natural being. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm actually saying you, I'm supposed to be saying me, like, yeah, because I'm talking about an experience where I've put my, like, I kind of imagine myself in this, not imagine myself, but you know, as I'm trying to explain this thing to you, I'm also trying to, you know, give you my own subjective POV about it, right? And with all that being said, bruh, I feel like when it comes to even connecting with people, that's another crucial thing, you know, connecting with people, that like is something that's, I feel like it's not natural in spaces where it's not your natural just space of being, your natural habitat. Let me just call it your habitat, you know, for the sake of just this conversation, not conversation, but like for the sake of this monologue, right? For the sake of just me spewing out my thoughts to you right now. It's like even friendships are just like fake. They become fake, bro, because we're all there for this one agenda that just has us there. That's it. Like, and for the most part, you know what I'm saying, I've been in and out of workplaces, you know what I'm saying, jobs and things like that. It's been a minute too. I was thinking about it, like, I'm almost like 10 years in the field, bruh. I'm almost 10 years in the field of just like, you know, the job, 9 to 5 thing, da da da, going from this job to the next job to the next job, because you know what I'm saying, these things they're not even secure, like they're not secure at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have the one day and just lose it, you know, in a jiff type thing. You know what I mean? So I'm almost 10 years in the field, bro. I've never made friends from work. I'm talking about like genuine friendship where it's like we even chill outside of work, we go crazy, we like, bro, nah, nowhere. Hey, give me a second, let me just kind of think about. Nah, the one time, look, alright, check me out. The one time it happened, right? It was actually a connect. This was like one of the first jobs that I did. It was like an informal establishment. I mean, it was business, right? It was hardcore business. Like it was like things like money was being made, all that. But it didn't have like things like pay slips and, you know what I mean? 1 day for just being paid, you know, for your salary. You know, it was hand to mouth. Crazy, right? But like that was a connect from like a homie I knew from high school type thing. You know what I'm saying? And so obviously it's a homie that I knew from high school. Now I had relocated from where I grew up, like my home, and then to go to this new area, to this new province. You know what I'm saying? And so I know this homie at that province. So now this homie, you know, their mom, they run like some businesses. So they plugged me into those businesses. So that was like one instance where I worked, and you know, I have something beyond just the 9 to 5 dynamic. Me and this homie of mine, right? So we could chill outside of work and things like that. Shit was like weird though. It leaves things weird because like homie is like, he managed the place, right? He managed the place like his mom's spot. He managed that, da da da. And then like I'm working there, and then you know after hours, like you gotta laugh and like that. Yo, that shit was so imbalanced, bro. To this day I ain't spoke to homie, bro, like after I quit. You know what I mean? It makes it weird, it makes it janky. And so from then I've never like had like a connection outside of like the work environment. You know what I'm saying? We just meet at work, da da da, and then that's it, you know. But then why I was thinking about this deeply is, you know, is when it comes to considering things like romantic partners, and you know, selecting, you know, trying to look and court, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of like romance and things like that, and just get those kind of juices flowing. It's like, you know, at a place that is not your natural habitat, like that shit is gonna be nothing but performative, bro. It's gonna be nothing but performative. You feel what I'm saying? Because at that point it's not authentic, it's not genuine. You know what I mean? And I'm only sharing, like I'm only telling you what I'm telling you from my own point of view. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is reality. This is like what really happens. But for me, it's like, yo, trying to get these things. Okay, I'm like, the 9 to 5 thing is its own example, dude. Like, dog, I don't even know what to call myself. Maybe a minimalist, maybe whatever. Like, even at a club, bro, I'm not a club guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out clubbing. I have been clubbing, but I'm not like, it's not my natural habitat. That's another point I'm trying to make. So if I would meet somebody there, it would be nothing but performative. Like, there would have to be something external that I use probably to woo you in, or, you know, retain your attention on some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Even beyond us having met at that point. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I used to bait you in, I'm gonna have to keep on doing that. I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying. It could be maybe, let me see another spot. Okay, I used to be a church guy. I mean, I used to be a church guy, but, you know, think about it this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not deeply into that type. Like, I'm absolutely not religious anymore, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just get to what I get to, and then whatever makes sense, we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? We include that within the cart, and then we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And then we reject everything else. So it's like, that's what I've been, right? But now imagine somebody who's like staunch religious, right? Just staunchly religious, church first, you know what I'm saying, most high first, scriptures first, this, that, and the third. And somebody who's like just doing a thing, just like living free, like, you know, secular, like, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They don't but they, you know, they're attracted to you on some shallow vibe. You know what I mean? Do you think that's gonna breed like a healthy, decent, like, relationship? Look, bro, now I said all of this, right, to be like, yo, sometimes I just see, you know, people just coming together willy-nilly, you know what I'm saying? Just because maybe life does get lonely sometimes, or whatever. You do get bored sometimes. You do get HORNY sometimes. Let's be honest, facts. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that's like necessarily a reason to just jump on anything just because you find yourself in that environment, in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Every other thing can be like signal to you. Every other thing can signal to you that, bro, like, here, bro, you only tolerate being here. You know what I'm saying? You only tolerate being here. You don't even like being here. Like, people don't even, you know, whether you're here or not, they don't even care. They don't give a AKA in the job market. That's why I made that, you know, 9 to 5, you know, within the 9 to 5 environment example. That's why I made that example. You know what I'm saying? It's because there you will find out, like, immediately that nobody gives a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? You're just there to just like keep the things going, and then you're just as replaceable as the next guy, as the previous gal. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. You see what I'm saying? But then now you take somebody who's in an environment like that where you're only tolerated, and you want to start something as significant as something. You want to start something as significant as an intimate connection with somebody that you meet there. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to talk about. It's like, yo, man, almost 10 years. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This is the vulnerable me right now. Let me give you all the vulnerable me. Almost 10 years in the field. You know what I mean? Things like relationships and things like that. I think I've outgrew it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like my sense of my sense of how I value my intimacy, dog. I don't just throw it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't just throw it to anybody within any environment. And, you know, me having manifested, you know, the kind of 9 to 5 environments and the people that I interacted with in those, it's not necessarily places that like I liked being in. The only thing I liked about it was the payday. Facts. That's it. Now it doesn't mean I didn't mean I never met cool peoples. You know what I'm saying? Decent peoples that, you know what I'm saying, we have a good laugh, good like little side talk, little small talk type moments, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've had my little crushes here and there, you know what I'm saying? Make my little moves, but like even when I did make my little moves, like shit never materializes to anything. Because it was just like how it initiates. And I have like a strong sense of this to a point where like, yo, once this kind of thing hits me, convicts me, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like it's not gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I probably might just smash and then whatever, or get whatever I want, you know, give you what you want, whatever, depending on how we work it out now. But something, you know, that's where it ends. I'm talking about like really giving yourself to somebody like that, goddamn. Like I don't even know how else to put it to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like for real, bro. Like for real, for real. You know? And at the same time, it's like, what is a nigga's natural habitat anymore? I'm literally, I'm serious. Besides literally just these parasocial streets, bro. Like, what is a nigga's natural habitat? Like, I do this, bro. I find myself missing doing this. Like, that's how my man work. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'd rather be sparking up right now. Facts. Spark up a little fire ass stream, bro. We here. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, it just shows me a sort of trajectory that, in terms of growth and how I can grow, it's showing me a sort of trajectory that I have never been exposed to in my life. Like my own progress in growing some shit. You know what I'm saying? So also that, like, it makes it like worth it and things like that. But then, you know, once, you know, with me saying that this may be it's not even a natural habitat. I'm just saying, like, I prefer being here a lot. And so now, since this is where I prefer being, you know what I mean? Because literally it's just like right here, home and work. Yeah, that's it. That's it, bro. You know.